Hey guys, and welcome to another Heroes Cantare video. My name is Borkino Gaming, and today we're going to be going over Elaine and the PvE showcase. Let's get started. Hey guys, and welcome to the PvE showcase for Elaine. So really quick, I have these 2 free runs. This only occurs when you have 0 tickets upon server reset, and server reset occurs at 12 AM PDT, Pacific Daylight Time. So if you're wondering, hey, I have like 12 runs, but during reset I don't have 14 runs, it's because you still have tickets left. So make sure you burn all of your tickets to get 2 free runs every single day. Alright, let's get started with this showcase with Elaine. This is the team I'm running. I'm running Park to remove the debuff. But yeah, let's get started. I'll show the gear after. I want to make this as quick as possible, just to show you guys that Elaine is not a scrub when it comes to PvE content. It's actually better if I would run Uruk, but I'm not going to run Uruk. I'm going to actually run Jin Mori. It's fine. Jin Mori is just here for the stuns, to be honest with you, and some DPS, but he's not really that important. And he misses the stun, so, go figure, right? Go figure. But I just want to show Elaine shining. My man Jin Mori is triple SS. For the folks who watch me, you know what my Jin Mori can do. Don't build him. Elaine is worth it in my opinion for PvE content. She's probably the highest DPS for PvE content in my opinion. That's just because her bleeds right here, they just do so much damage. Look, we're already at half. Like we're already at half, and we're on turn 3. So Park's gonna remove this immunity shield to immunity shield. Well, it's not an immunity shield. It's just a shield that pops up when she falls below 50% HP. Then Jin Mori, do Jin Mori things, get a crit buff, and yeah, we'll actually do Park's. Park and Casey synergize well with Elaine's crit buff. Every single time these 2 units crit, they apply a debuff. Guess it didn't work there, but we're almost done already. We're on turn 4, and you'll see, who comes out on top with pretty much a DPS. You know what I mean? You will see that the debuff meta is coming, at least for PvE. Not for, it can kind of come for PvP, but you need a really good setup. I would say, Sujin Lee or any unit that can taunt is probably one of the best units to protect, your debuffing team. The problem with debuffing teams right now in the meta for PvP, I would say, is that most of them are a little too squishy. So what ends up happening is they die on turn 1, which is really unfortunate, right? Really, really unfortunate. I want to get all these burns. I want to get all this good stuff. Nice. There you go. I didn't use Jin Mori that much, but still, you can see I know I didn't attack with him last, but you can see Elaine really shine there. We beat it in 4 turns. But that's it for this part of the Elaine PvE showcase. Alright guys, so now we're in the guild boss section. Elaine really does work on this. This is the team I'm running. Chloris in the back. These are the auto skills that I have. And this is the only thing that matters, honestly. Is Elaine has these 2 skills enabled, not her S1, and Casey, she does work on this. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna set it on auto, and we're just gonna talk over why she is good in PvE, right? So we're gonna click no name here. I like aiming for the guild boss generally, just because I feel like I do more damage when I aim for a guild boss, because I want Elaine to stack her bleeds on 1 unit. And Casey is also a single target DPS. So the reason why Elaine is so good is because she hits more than 1 unit. She can bleed more than 1 unit. And that's why units such as Crusader Mira is so good, is because when you can AoE like a team, you will automatically do more damage than everyone else. That's why Bomb and Heavenly Warlord, they fall off just a little bit compared to Crusader Mira, because Crusader Mira, she will hit every single unit, and Elaine, she hits 2 units, right? but she hits 2 units and debuffs them with bleeds. So it's like she's attacking them more than once, and her damage just keeps stacking. HW Mira can't have her damage stack like this over time. Also, I learned the other day, if you run lifesteal set on a dot team, you can actually lifesteal off of dots. So it's really cool. Shout out to all the people on Twitch yesterday. You guys were an amazing crowd. Love you guys. And you can see here, like, there's like a lot of like stuff just going on. The biggest thing I want to take note of is that look at the damage that she's about to deal. She did 106,000, and the thing is my Elaine, she technically should do more damage, but she's like really low level like awakening, and she's dealing the same amount of damage as like Bomb, right, on her S3. Like it's really cool. Like, she's a low investment character, and she can work so well in modes like this. I highly recommend her for PvE. You might need like a tank of some sort to protect her, but honestly, if you're running things like stun lock, taunt, or passive S2 blocks and all that stuff, you know, Uruk, Sujin Lee, Green April Yuriha, if you have some way of protecting your debuffing team, or Elaine in this case, then you'll be perfectly fine. I mean, Chorus is just S1ing for the DPS. You can see here, like, guild boss, like in easy, they don't hit like that hard whatsoever. So I highly recommend running, like, you know, like a healer like Chorus. Just cast the S1 to heal the entire team on easy mode. You can see here, like, Elaine, she's also providing crit buffs every single turn. So not only is she dealing DPS, but she's also buffing the entire team's like DPS overall. Because, you know, crits matter in this game. Crits do a lot of damage. And you can see here, like, not everyone is dying. Like, everyone's tanky enough. Everyone's level 90, right? But the thing is like, Elaine is just good enough to not like get one shot and all that stuff. So I just highly recommend her for PvE content. I can't wait to show you like what her damage like ends up turning out to be, because it's honestly like insanely surprising like how well she did. I love her. Like, she's just a great unit. Like, she's a wonderful surprise, you know what I mean? She's very good at what she does. And I think she'll synergize with future units that can bleed in the future. That sounded weird. Oh man. Alright. You can see Heavenly Warlord and Bomb did more damage. But the thing is Heavenly Warlord has his I'll show the gear after, but pretty much these two are like really stacked. But you can see here that Elaine did work, you know what I mean? She did work, and she's a very fresh unit. So that's it for this part. Let me show the gear after. Alright, so we're in the gear section now. This is the way Jin Mori looks. These are his stats, right? Really crazy. If you go to Awakening, you know, this man is fully awakened. You know, folks who've seen my videos, you know what this guy can do. Like, I mean, you've seen his gear. His gear is insane. This is my Bomb. He's not running any exclusive equipment. This is his stats, right? Pretty good. I am running HP set, so he could be hitting even harder. That's probably why I didn't, you know, he can do some insane damage on PvE modes. Just know that's what Bomb does. This is his Awakening tree, very minimal as usual. And then here's my man, Heavenly Warlord. He does have his exclusive equipment. This is what it does. It absolutely busted, 52% attack. But we're not going over him. This is about Elaine. This is gear. This is how awakened he is. He's decently awakened, you know what I mean? And that's why he can deal more DPS. Bomb's built for PvE. Like, he's built for PvE. And then here's Heavenly Warlord. Heavenly Warlord is actually a PvP unit. You'll understand why as you see him more along the meta. And then here's Elaine. I'm running this artifact. It's really important. Just run this. 15% more damage when attacking an opponent who's weakened status. Bleeds and all that stuff counts as like any debuff almost counts as a weakening status. I run this. It's kind of useless for the guild boss because she was over 50%, I think, or under 50%. But it's really good for like PvE modes. I like it a lot. I haven't leveled up any of her skills. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Jin Mori is like fully, like, his S1 and S2 was like all of it was maxed. So if you max her S2, it'll deal even more damage. This is how you max it. And the biggest thing is that she goes from 110% damage to 150. So that's a pretty big thing. That's pretty big in my opinion. And then biggest thing is her passive S2. I didn't go over it, but she becomes immune to damage for 1 turn and inflicts unrecoverable statuses for 2 turns and 3 bleeding to all opponents. That happens whenever someone dies, and someone is always dying. So pretty much what her passive does, it nulls Kun's revive buff. Kun gets countered by Elaine in PvP. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of weird, right? But I was wondering, I was like, why are people like living with like 1 HP when they come back? And that's because she cancels out Kun's revive buff. So she is actually like a really unique unit for countering revive meta whenever it becomes a thing. She will be the premier unit, because what happens is when the opponent gets revived, they will be both debuffed and they will not have their HP fully recovered. It's not a bug, it's part of her kit. Alright, so she just became even better in my book. She needs work though. You can't just run her by herself. And lastly, here's her awakening tree. Nothing too crazy, just bare minimum. Do I recommend Elaine? Yes, for PvE. If you're gonna run her for PvP, you need to have a very, very specific team. Alright, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. I'll see you in the next one.